Ole.
Let's
Here
do
we
it.
are. Let's do it, Mike. Oh, nice to see you again today.
Yeah. Nice for us to have a conversation with young Lorenzo Pani. For those of you guys who missed it, go and have a little look at both Ottavio and the FDR YouTube channels because they're both there.
Yes, on Fratelli di Rugby YouTube channel. Fratelli D, only the D.
That's right.
And then Rugby all together, and stay with us.
That's
So,
it.
Mike, today we decided to watch Wales Australia because it's a cracking game of the weekend.
Yeah.
It's the one that we already can see who's gonna be the first qualified in this.
That's
in
it.
this crazy pool.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting as well. Like, there's a lot of pressure, I think, on Eddie. So a little rumor went past. Did you hear about this? Apparently, he was talking to Japan before the World Cup.
Yeah, Tom didn't put the article out, which is something really subdolo in Italian. Should I say like something you don't expect, because if you add the news, you don't have to wait the last game to push it on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's a valid point. Yeah, that's a really valid point. So, what do you think? Do you think it's a bit suspect? Is it?
Man, I don't know. I think he's gonna stay anyway in Australia for 4 years. I know how the bond with Japan is strong.
Yeah.
How he embraced that culture too. But the Randwick guy, the Green Galloper, Eddie Jones, I want to see him 4 years until bringing Australia back 2027.
That's it. Yeah, I'm with you with that. I'm with you. So just kicked off for me. Same time?
Yes. Let me see. I am at just whistle the penalty, Mike.
Okay. Yeah, you're about a second ahead of me. That's absolutely fine. We're close enough. We're close enough.
Wayne Barnes against the hooker.
Interesting.
So yeah.
So let's see what he does here.
So I want to say the captain is David Porecki, of course. So we have Angus Bell, Gareth Thomas, Ryan Elias, David Porecki, Thomas Francis, James Lipper, Roland Frost, Baird, Arnold, Wainwright, Rob Leota, Jack Morgan, Tom Hooper, Faletau Valetini, ouch, that number 8. Gary Davis, Tate McDermott, Denbiger Donaldson, Adams, Corey Bete, Tompkins Kerevi, North Petaglia, Reese Amit, Nawakanita Wase, Williams Kellaway. This is
I really like was it Petaglia, the
Jordan
outside
Petaglia.
The outside centre. Yeah, I love him.
So
I think
strong.
Well, yeah, again, you know how I like my league boys. He's quite similar. Yeah, he's quite similar. Valentini.
No, that's huge. Do you think he's gonna do great stuff? The new the National Rugby League player that was signed by Rugby Australia. Now I don't remember his name, but it's so good. That guy, it's so young. He played with Bulldogs last year.
Yeah, the problem, I suppose, the problem and the benefit of Australian rugby is that they bring in so much money. The NRL is like such a well-funded, expensive league. So for them to compete, they have to pull in, they have to spend a lot of money. And you know, like Izzy Folau, right? Like he was silly expensive for them. And obviously, you know, there was a lot of wow.
This is a great try.
Wow.
And that's amazing, man. That's
awesome.
A nice try. That's a really nice try. Such a good set piece around there. So good the inside pass, man. Gareth Davis for the try.
Yeah. I really like Morgan. I think he's a really I think he's just a fantastic
undervalued
player. Yeah, undervalued
player.
Yeah. He does a lot. The same with Wainwright. Actually, I think he's such a lovely ball inside. that Tompkins?
It's great because I think so. It's still Tompkins doing his magic in the middle. So they also attack. Like, I don't want to stop it now, but that was so good because the inside pass, Donaldson was already out. Let's see.
Yeah.
On Kerevi, and Donaldson was sucked in by the first pass, but then boom, the number 9 arrives and the magic come with Jack Morgan. Such
Oof.
a good pass. Where did he start that run, Jack Morgan? That's my question. But hey, everything hard for Mr. Eddie Jones now.
That's it. Like a little bit more sweat on his brow, probably.
Yeah. Joseph Suali is the player that been signed by Rugby Australia, one of the big prospects.
That's it.
He was
That's
already
it.
a couple of years ago speaking about big players changing. Now they have on the bench, Australia got Suliasi Vunivalu and a former rugby league player, which is Marika Korerbete.
Yep, he rolled so much there. He's lucky.
So,
right, nice.
This is a good ball.
I like that Tom Hooper. I just the way he runs. He's a busy player.
Yeah, one of the young talents.
Oh yeah, so he's giving it. Okay. Oh,
okay. They go back. They go back 7-0, 4-40. Now,
what do you do here? Do you take the 3?
No, you go for big points now, just to stay close to the game and try. Australia is famous to have a lot of Brumbish style attack around the line out, so maybe I'm stick with that.
Yeah, what you thoughts on Liam Williams as well?
Liam Williams, a freak.
Yeah,
with,
he is, isn't he?
with like stingy knees, curvy legs, like curve, really two parentheses, like you said. But man, he's always on the line. It's funny. It's funny to see you say, come on, it's not going to be good. But it's really good. And this is a dirty line out. But then there is this other player, man. That is a good player, Nawani Katase.
Yeah, he is,
The mom is from La Spezia, Mike.
Really? No.
Yes, it's from La Spezia, the mom. He is Italian, Fijian Italian.
No.
But
that makes so much sense. That makes so much sense.
Why
I didn't realize.
The nose is so Italian.
The hair, yeah, like the hair. That's mad though.
Yeah, he's born in Sydney. Also, like he was David Campo, another former Sons of Italy, but Australian. He spoke about after the game Australia-Fiji. He said, "Hey, tonight all the try have been scored by a Fijian." I said, "Come on!" And no, I answered to his tweet saying, "Come on, man, look where he's born. He's born in Sydney, and also Italian like you."
Yeah.
So,
jeez, I didn't know that. That's really awesome. Like that.
Another like a Tedesco, like a Carlo Tizzano. You see the name of. Think about these 3 players for Italy. Tizzano, Nawani Katase, which is his debut is against us. Oh yeah,
he would start. He's such a talented player. Oh, load of space there if he gets the ball away.
Yeah.
No.
All this.
Oh, that looked high. That looked a bit high, didn't it?
The one Williams. From Liam Williams.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Have they checked it?
Oh, this is a good line for. Oh, nice. Angus Bell smash in the face. Without the shoot, Angus Bell is so good, man.
Well, Liam Williams, it didn't look like he wrapped. That's so. Regardless whether it was high or not, it looked like he just like put
his shoulder.
He does, yeah. So
man,
let's see
so
the reverse
high
angle.
That tackle. And here the line is perfect. The offload is good.
Reece Samet, your boy, Gloucester boy.
Gloucester. Gloucester. Yes. Oh, and the guy is not happy.
Oh, well.
Let's see when he's gonna throw his the headphones.
Yeah. Let's see how Eddie reacts to this. He's gonna start smashing everything, isn't he? Also, I don't know if you saw the pre-match. Did you see the interaction between Warren Gatlin and Eddie, where like they were asking him if he feels sorry for Eddie? He's like, no.
Oh no.
Yeah. So basically, the discussion was, so what are your thoughts on Eddie? And he was like, listen, I'm not going to say anything. The guy already has enough people talking about him. I'm not saying anything, right? And then they were like, oh, fair enough. Like, so you must have read it. He's like, yeah, I've read it. This is to Warren Gatlin, obviously. And they were like, do you feel bad for him? He's like, no. And then like it's silent, it's awkward for a little while, and they're like, why not? And he's like, well, he's a coach. That's what he needs to expect. He's like, I know, Eddie. I don't feel sorry for him. It's like he's just basically.
No. Now I'm wondering how are the matches one versus the other one, who wins more games, because they did like the last 5 games between Australia and Wales. They did the aggregate, and the difference is 3 points.
Really?
These 2 games, yes.
Wow. 2 proud rugby nations.
Man, 0-3 or 13. And now I am doubting, but there was something like that, which is still crazy thinking about. Now in the last 5 games, the aggregate is so close. About
I assume it's in the favour of Australia, right?
No, of Wales.
Really? Interesting.
Yes.
Oh, in the last 5 games, did you say?
5 games. 5 games.
Okay. Because I was going to say, like, over the course, I assume.
No, man.
Australia would be up.
Ben Donaldson in 3 points.
7-3.
Yeah, let me change. Good job, Mike. So I can remember.
No worries. Right.
7-3, 9 minutes in. And let's see what's going to happen in this crazy game.
That's it. Okay, so they've kicked it.
Because this is going to be a crazy game, Mike.
Yeah. Was that kicked it to Corin Betty?
Yes, they want to take him off the first phase, but then, of course, not like Italy. They're going to box kick, of course, straight.
It's Eddie Jones, isn't it?
Yeah. Man, you play in the opposite 50, and the worst case scenario, you put somebody, a prop, as a fullback in, right?
That's it. Genge running it in.
Genji there.
Yeah.
So let's see this line out situation. Oh, they play fast. Let's see if they have some other styly game.
Well, it's touch now, so you can go for it.
Yep. No offside there.
Well,
now
so North
works well with the hand.
There, didn't he?
I think so.
He thought he was offside.
So a lot of players suck there. So, oh my God, Donaldson in the middle. Let's see if Kellaway can clean up the situation there. Yes,
he's a good player as well. He had that horrific injury, didn't he, not too long ago?
Kellaway, yeah. That was bad.
It was a break, wasn't it?
He had a couple of bad injuries, and this team actually didn't decide to bring Banks, for example, in.
Yeah.
Which is the other fullback. This is a good kick.
Why do you think? Do you think it's like political? Do you think it's Eddie being Eddie? Like, do you think there's another reason?
I think Eddie being Eddie and bringing how many overseas players they brought?
I think they can have up to 6 now. So they've got Skelton. They've got they didn't bring Quaid.
Arnold, Corribete, Kerevi, and those are 4.
Look. Is he playing? No, he's playing Super Rugby, isn't it?
Who?
Tupou.
See, Tupou, yeah.
I like Graham,
Kick after kick. Let's see. They're fighting for something.
Sorry, Gordon, I meant that. It wasn't even.
But they go back.
Yeah.
Man, for me, Liam Williams is like seems like a Peaky Blinders character.
Oh man, he's a tough guy. He's from the valleys. He's a tough lad.
He's a tough man, huh?
Yeah.
So this is the first knock on. And they go back. Oops.
Oh,
This is an injury. Well, they bring the
Costello.
New Zealander born
Oh,
Welsh
Anscombe.
player.
Interesting.
Anscombe in. So let's see if it's gonna be like the game for him. Let's see if it's gonna happen something different.
I mean, he was first choice before that horrific injury, wasn't it?
Man, yeah, he had a couple of bad injuries. I got it in my fantasy rugby last year too. The first the ribs, before the knees, completely fucked up the legs of Ascom, but such a quality player. When he plays, he know what he's doing.
He got injured immediately after coming back. They put him in a test match as soon as he could walk. That's mental. That's absolutely mental. Yeah. Always going to be a bit of rust, especially at fly half, especially a bit of fear.
What's the situation there? Okay.
Wow. Okay, I assume they're just going to nudge it in, right?
I think so. This is a great scrum on the slipper side. It's not slippery for the Welsh, but slipper, good job.
Oh, he actually bent, like he folded him, didn't he?
Man, he
absolutely folded him.
Being, we cannot say some words, but start with the R. In that situation, they're like completely crucified in that corner, huh? Because
folded
it's so bad when you've been folded like that. And on the other side too, oof, they did a good job. Slipper, you put it wherever you want, James Slipper. You can play on the right, on the left of the scrum, no problem. But Angus Bell, man, Angus Bell had a problem on one of his toes, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the first game with the Waratahs, this Super Rugby, he almost missed the full season of Super Rugby, Angus Bell.
I mean, like, toes are no joke, aren't they? Because obviously you don't realise how important they are for like acceleration and
until you don't have it, right?
Well, that's it. Like Haskell retired because of his toe. Do you know what I mean? Like James Haskell retired because of his toe. He had to. He was saying that he had to.
Angus Bell.
Wow. Right.
Prism.
Here we go for the restart. Here they're getting ready. Just kicked it. Let's see the catch.
Mike, last year he played 20 minutes. Yep, on Valentini, the other one. Angus Bell played 21 minutes last Super Rugby this summer, this Super Rugby season in February, and then he come back in July for Australia against Argentina. So he missed the whole season.
That's mental, and he's just in playing test rugby as it is. Fair play. Oh,
for
nice.
fun. Let me change here.
That was interesting tactic. Like taking it between the ruck. Maybe they've identified that they're not resourcing the rucks. They're not. That's really interesting. Good play, that.
Yep. Something specific for the game. Lot of play close. Let's see. Oh, okay. This is a good. Oh,
Lovely
this is
nudge,
a good.
isn't it?
Yep. Wasn't something like you see that position say, come on, you're not gonna kick there. But man, you found Liam Williams too close to infield.
Yeah.
And that is good, man. In the last 5 meters, they're like that.
They look impressive, don't they? Yeah. Yeah. I think, you know, like as a neutral, this game has the potential just to like absolutely blow up. So it's going to be interesting to see how like they manage.
They're gonna fight like crazy.
Yeah.
There are two teams that fight a lot. Australia show usually some issues in defense. Wales lives with a good work on defense. Let's see Kerevi. Kerevi is gonna be crucial here to lead this game, this team, because you have Petaya. It's such a young player, but Petaya used to play also fullback, wing, whatever you want, you can put him. So he has those kind of legs. This is good from Donaldson. This is the bad choice, man. This is good and bad in the same situation.
People getting absolutely murdered, like some loose pass. Oh my god, he's so quick.
Oh, Oh, he's arriving. Who's that guy?
He's taking it over.
Man, Josh Adams put some boost over there.
Yeah, he did well there. He definitely took that
So
over though.
Donaldson with great play here, spotting the inside the dog leg, and then man give
The other
the
way.
legs to Hooper.
Yeah. It was definitely on the other way. He passed it into traffic. He did amazing. He did. Oh, actually, no, it didn't. Well played. Didn't
Just
take
there
it back.
in the right moment.
Yeah, perfect.
Surprising that. 7-6, man. Oh man, Gareth has gone on the floor. Oh, he's up. Okay.
He absolutely ate Anscombe though, didn't he?
That is a big stoink.
Yeah.
How do you call that? A big stoink.
Lit up, like the Americans use that as well. Lighting people up. It's lighting people up for fun, man.
And drop out. Let's see what they're gonna do from here. Usually you go straight into field and see what kind of play they have, man. Oh,
he's a tough man, isn't he? Like he always puts his body on the line, Falatau. That's definitely
and those hands, man. Those hands are so good. Oh, somebody lost.
Dropped his gum shield.
Yep, the gum shield. That's right.
Did you wear gum shields?
Man, never.
Never. Yeah, no, me neither.
Never.
Like because I've broken my nose so many times, I can't breathe out my nose. So like with the gum shield.
Oh, I understand you. Yeah. Mine is on the one side, so yes.
Yeah. So
I know what you feel.
Yeah, like I've never wore gum shields. I'd always. It's funny because here they do like checks. I assume it's the same in Italy when you were playing, but they like check your boots and they'll check stuff. And then a couple of times, like the rest, like, you sure you want to play without a gum shield? I'm not. If you want me to play, I'm gonna have to, mate.
I used to show I used to have one gum shield.
Yeah.
Every time I show it. That's it. Okay. Back in the bag.
Yeah.
Ready to go in the field.
Were you able to wear it, like, or is it just again same issue, nose, and you can breathe?
No, I used also to feel that I have to throw up a lot of times when I try to use it. So I said, no way I'm gonna use that.
Yeah, no, I'm yeah. For me, it was just purely like I'd gas so quickly with a gum shield in, just because I couldn't breathe out my nose, couldn't control my breathing.
But it's so important if you can breathe properly. So there is the risk, of course. Who was one of the players like Savea is one that usually it doesn't have any.
That's it. Yeah.
Gum shield, because sometimes you can check players with or without. Some players play with the gum shield, some others nothing. But
like Sinks doesn't, because he's just always. I think Genge might not either. Like they just chew their gum all the time. The chewing gum, like the caffeine gum.
Yeah, they have it too. The stuff.
Yeah.
And now this was good. It was good by Wales. Now let's see if they have another opportunity.
You a big fan of Beard?
Yes, love him.
Yeah, he's a good player. Yeah.
Again, so okay, this is the plan for Wales.
I'm so disappointed that I don't see a traffic light here.
Mate, he wants a couple of flags.
That's it. Oh, he gave the nod. He's like, yes.
Okay,
good decision.
On his left side, Alex King, former Gloucester coach of attack.
Naughty. Gloucester had such a lovely attack as well. Like Ackerman, 2 seasons ago, I'm thinking.
We had Ackerman as head coach after the Lions season.
Yeah, and his son obviously was still playing as well for him. Is he still playing for him?
Yes, but recently he got injured really bad from Colombe. Yes, he get croc rolled. So,
mate, those are vicious, aren't they?
Those are vicious. In that game, that was probably one of the hardest game that La Rochelle had this season was against Gloucester.
Yeah.
We played with Billy 12-3s.
Yeah, he's
Billy
down. He's down at
36.
Ealing now.
Yes, with Jordy Reed.
If I'm not mistaken as well, he's another one that went through the Worthing pathway.
Another one from
Yeah.
Dino Lamb situation, Petretta, all
Mike
that situation
Brown,
there.
all of that jazz. Yeah, mate. Like, there's quite a few.
It's a blessed area.
Yeah,
It works
no,
in
it
that
is.
way.
The beauty of it is like down Sussex. Like until recently, obviously there was no football representation. Like obviously Brighton now are playing nice brand. So like there was just a lot of focus on rugby as well. And obviously it being a catchment for Quins, it's pretty well resourced. I like the way like Australia are playing. I'm genuinely, they look good.
It's clean the way they're trying to play.
Always unlucky.
But
Liam Williams.
Quarterback is gonna kill everybody today.
Yeah.
But look at that ball just in the middle. That's so nasty, that kick from
He rolled slowly there.
Rizamit.
Yeah. They're lovely counter.
That's the right pressure. Yeah.
Wow.
22 minutes in.
Played it on the floor though. Oh, okay. He gave knock on first.
Okay, knock on. But yeah, it's pretty clever the way they're trying to play. A lot of
Short kicks.
Short kicks. Donaldson is trying to attack when he finds space he's trying to go in there. Interesting.
Do you think they're just trying to take the legs out of the 9 as well? Like if the 9's sweeping and they're putting a lot of like they're doing this now to win the game later, if that makes sense.
Oh, maybe that can be an opportunity.
Yeah,
for them to exploit that area.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of teams that do the short kicking game the remainder of the World Cup. It's going to be interesting to see as well, like how well the next game with us as well.
That I was just thinking.
Yeah,
like what kind of tricks they're gonna try to bring in the game against us, because New Zealand always have some kind of trick to show.
Yeah,
and let's see if our Kiwi coach is gonna bring something different to the team to fight against the unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh mate, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And the thing is, I go in with zero pressure because everyone expects them to put like 40 on us, right? Like I think our team go in like just unshackled. I mean that in every sense of the word. So it's just, it's just exciting more than anything. Here we go, big scrum.
Absolutely, yeah, another scrum. Let's see. So there was a couple of guys from Rugby.
Yeah,
they were speaking about like the measurement. They were the wrong one.
He's
the weight of the again. Scrum.
Oh, really?
Yep. Madonna mia, ragazzi miei. Whoa! The second time, who was the
Francis,
change there? Yeah. Which one is the substitute over there? Let me see. Because Gareth Thomas is suffering.
Do you think it'll be Thomas Francis will be the change?
No, Domakowski is gonna be the.
Oh, okay. Well, he's a big old boy, isn't he? The Cardiff Blues tired.
Yeah, Domakowski. I remember against Benetton, he did such a good job. Sadly, he did a good job against Benetton. But man, that it's Gareth Thomas. Suffered twice. Usually don't see props popping like that.
No, not folded. Oh.
Look at this.
Wow.
Oh, come on. That pass.
Wow.
How it came out. That pass.
It's taking out 3 defenders. If it's quick ball here, they've got space on the wing. Go.
Okay. Shall we speak about Rob Leoda? One of my favorite. A bad guy.
Go.
Look at their Kirivi in the middle. And then the ball goes out to Donaldson.
Well, he lost his feet there, though. See, that should have been a penalty, Australia, because like he lost his feet and he put his. He lost his
a point of equilibrium, the weight.
Yeah,
He
There you
fell
go. He's
down.
giving it now. I think he's giving it. Yeah, he's giving it. Yeah,
Okay,
it's his
they are still
responsibility to
there.
stay up. That's the way it is.
Will Rollins next year, Racing 90, this season, after he's gonna stay in France because he's gonna play with Racing 92.
Yeah,
Will Rollins, the second row.
Racing have got Lancaster as head coach, haven't they?
Man,
Vito put this up, boy.
Did you see how many players got Racing this summer? Because they're gonna lose. They have lost Finn Russell because he's going to Bath.
Yeah,
right. But if you see, they bought a lot of players everywhere. Everywhere they bought players.
You could buy a lot of players for €1 million. You could buy a lot of players for €1 million. He was obviously drastically well paid in comparison to the remainder of the league, and he's going to Bath on silly money as well. What was that? Oh, I want to see cut to Eddie now. That was horrendous. They might get 50-22 here.
Yeah, because
wow.
Ooh,
that was like
the perfect kick.
The perfect
this
kick.
is the perfect kick. Mamma mia, the full field. One kick, the full field.
Well, not only that, like one mistake, it's gone from 5 meters from the 22, and it's gone 5 meters into their 22. Wow, that 60-meter gain just off one kick.
One kick, buy all the plays you did before, and you see some players maybe tired too. But now
I really like Tompkins as a player. Like I just, even for Saracens,
what
it's
is
just
this game? Tompkins, a lot of dirty work usually Tompkins, because he has to go many times like just straight, run a straight line for Farrell, for Lozowski, for Daly.
Yeah,
that you don't see what he showed before.
So we've got a couple of comments, Otto. First of all, Vito, Australia seem much more physical and athletic, but I support Wales here for the upset, mate. For the upset, mate. Yeah, I love that. Yeah,
and
I mean, they look good.
Man, it's a funny game to watch because there is already a couple of big line breaks, huge tackles, good steps. We saw a little bit of this, and good kicks too, because it's not the first kick that is good. Like from one side to the other one, variation of kicks. So it's pretty interesting to watch a game like this. Huge scrums, 2 huge scrums.
Big scrub, yeah.
And look at the face of Jack Morgan. All blood. Bigger is already out, Robbie. If you're, how is the game?
Oh, yeah, let's put that in.
Then Bigger went out. And Gareth Ascombe is in. He missed one conversion from a penalty kick from 50 meters, probably.
Yeah,
but
straight
he
in front,
scored
50 meters,
the second one.
Yeah.
And now he is going to kick again. 10-6.
Robbie, to be honest with you, it's pretty exciting game so far. This is where like I try and see sort of have both teams stepped it up. This is a question: have both teams stepped it up, or are we seeing a little bit more of two teams a little bit down on like the ability of where they could be, and they're just near parity in terms of how they're playing? What are your thoughts? Do you think Wales and Australia are better than the start of the World Cup, or do you think they're just playing at the same level, but they're two very similar?
That's interesting. I think Wales is getting better.
Yeah.
Australia too, but maybe not enough yet. The project is a little bit different in the pathway they are showing now.
341 meters made, 28 minutes.
Running. So, guys, this is 341 meters run by Australia, 91 run by Wales, but Wales did score a beautiful try from set piece, Robbie. The try from set piece, Jack Morgan, the pass inside, it was really, really good. And Australia seems to be a little bit better than usual, like clever kind of attack. And there is the whole art and defense by Wales, but also some turnovers, ball lost. But hey, every scrum, even if it's for Tom Francis and company, it sounds better for Australia because they're putting so much pressure in every scrum on the number one, as we were saying before. So
yeah, let's hope it's nothing serious. Obviously, for them to progress and do well in the competition, they're going to need him. So hopefully, it's nothing
I don't
serious.
know if it's here listening us because it was before with us. But I want to thank Alpine, my new Patreon with Robbie. He just signed in. So thank you. Thank you. I just received the email. I was checking if I had other information on the game on the app of the Rugby World Cup, but we're gonna go into those stats between first and second half to understand. But hey, another scrum. 76 tackle, Wales 28 dominant tackles. 1 every 3 tackles was dominant by Wales until now.
That's insane stats, isn't it? Like 10% dominant tackles is pretty impressive normally, but
did you see that? What do you think about that scrum, Mike? There was all like it collapsed.
I've got to be honest, I missed it. Who did it collapse by?
I don't know. It seems like just collapse. For me, that was a reset, but probably the ball went behind, so he let it play.
That looks like a decent nudge. Go on.
Yeah, let's see.
He's a good player, man. Like he does the off the ball work really, really well. It's a workhorse.
Another tackle on Gareth Ascombe, another hard one by Nawani Katawase. The hardest name to say. Which one is the hardest name to say?
I'll let you do that, and that's it.
Thank you, Robbie, for the kind words. You are the one that supports too, so thank you. 31 minutes. That was lucky. That was Nawani Katawase in the front, Mike, because that was a huge tackle on his back for Donaldson. Now on that receiving kick.
Here's a question for you, right? I've noticed it more and more this World Cup, more than I've noticed it, recently. But it seems that there is more focus on the forwards to sort of make the right decision when to, put players into the ruck, because we're seeing a lot of the time they're standing off, and then all of a sudden the players coordinate on a particular ruck. Do you think that's territorial? So they're quite happy to stand up and get them to run against a 13-man defensive line, or do you think they all just know? That maybe it's a player that they're targeting. They know if that player goes down, they should be counter rucking. Like, where do you think this comes in, or do they just trust the players to make the decision to ruck?
I think they are trying to, like, not to qualify, like to target really well with the less players as possible. The breakdown, body presentation, ball presentation, not only body, like the way you put, and to be ready to read the scenario, and in case already get quick in shape or in the direction. Madonna mia, and that is the third one like that, Mike. I don't know how this wasn't anything, because there's no offside, nothing here. But that is for me key, because you want a lot of players outside of the rack, and you want efficiency in the rack. 2 players, 3 players. Something that bleed every time I see is when the third player arrive in a rack, the 9 is not there, and the 3 just put his head down without thinking about, let's pass that ball, let's play quick. That is something that really,
I felt
that was a good charge by Petaglia. So the question is for you: how long Wales is gonna be so good and efficient in defense? Because until now we saw Wales attacking most of everything. Australia attacking.
Yeah, Warren Gatland is the fittest team or 5th team that he's coached. So that could be clout. It could be, him just posturing. But if it's true, right, and I suppose we have to assume it is true. If like Australia keep this up with the big tackles, quick ball and stuff, I think they'll probably tie like last 10 minutes. And if it's a close game, that's the 10 minutes where they're going to probably win or lose it. So
like a big switching momentum, something like that.
Yeah.
For now, all clean because they're playing with good like chopping tackles, double tackles, everything really legal. Because those games, when we speak about Wales, I always say there's always a couple of cards that can pop out and something change. But until man, this line, Jack Morgan, the inside pass after, before, and the pass. That was perfect. That was a perfect game. Tompkins, Morgan, Gareth Davis is something to analyze the way they get inside the area between Kerem and Donaldson. Amazing. They're playing, I forget, they're playing with big George North at 13.
Yeah, what were your thoughts on him at 13? You a fan?
I'm not a fan of George North, I can say. Maybe it's not that. But for me, there was really, if I think 2 years ago, when it was the Lions tour, George North was the man that was going to play 13. In my opinion, that was where he was going to play against South Africa. And that was should have been so different the way they developed the game. And probably they get short in that position without that option that for me was clever in Catalan's mind, and then a Morgenstein kick knows what to do.
I remember
18 racks won. Come on. 18.
That's a lovely maul as well, isn't it? So well set up.
The second one that really attacking.
Yeah. Oof. Oh, wow. What a tackle.
Ooh, that pass. Now I saw it. Let's see. Okay, the foot was out.
Yeah, no, I was going to say it's interesting how like it's a rivalry between the two coaches. I wonder how much of that came, into camp, and how much like he, like the coach like don't embarrass me, win this game. Oof.
Man, that was good.
He's a good player, Valentini, isn't he?
It is.
It was Valentini, wasn't it? Who took that?
Sì, Valentini on Faletau. Man, 101 tackle, 25 tackles, Australia, 101 Wales. That were why we are talking about Wales. 16 missed and 3 missed by Australia, but those numbers are crazy. That gives you a little bit of the flow of the game in 36 minutes, and Australia did already 56 rack. Italy against Uruguay did 67.
Oof, what a lovely take.
Under pressure on a great box kick, because that is a great box kick just outside the 22, no? So it's so hard to understand what I should do here, and you can be attacked so... Let's see now.
Am I ahead of you?
This is another good... Yeah, but it's okay, because there was a really good pass, the inside pass again for Faletau, and then
that was lovely, wasn't it? Tompkins is playing like he's really embraced the role as a bit of a playmaker for this team, hasn't he? Oh, it's out. Oh, he tried kicking it back in. No. Why? The ball was clearly out. What's he giving it for?
Man, I don't know.
Oh yeah, the law is you can't dive on the ball if it's a meter out of the ruck. That's true. That's a rule.
My god, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's a law. Basically, that law came about because there was during the start of
Itoje maybe did something.
It was at the start of last Six Nations. There was this rule came up, and England asked for clarification. And after a team asked for clarification, the announcement goes to all the other teams, because they were saying if there's a specified thing, a player can't dive on the ball when it spills out of a ruck. You have to pick it up, and basically they asked how far that means, and it's from 1 meter. If you draw a circle around the ruck, you can't dive on it. You have to pick it up.
Man,
that's only from a ruck, though.
Yeah, but it's the first time that I see this being applied, because I didn't know about that.
Happens all the time. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't, like, they never apply it. It's just but it is a law that that exists. It's stupid, isn't it? the guy with the onions.
16 for the sheep that we are seeing. We saw now. Do you see the guy with the sheep costume on?
Yeah,
it was funny. So
you see this guy with the pineapple hair.
Oh, that's lovely. With the cap.
Oh no!
On top.
Oh no!
16.
Right. Where about you? What time are you? Because I'll stop at.
No, don't worry. Because once. Second, I just saw the bed.
Oh, right, yeah.
But it was that. So let me see if I go ahead. I'm 39-20.
Okay, you're 5 seconds ahead of me. Perfect.
5 seconds ahead. Okay, I'm gonna. 1,
no, it's fine.
2, 3, 4. I'm at 28.
Perfect. You're a second ahead. It's all good. Yeah. So I think it's interesting to see the clash of styles as well. Yeah, I'm excited to see how we. Yeah, personally from an Italian standpoint, I'm just excited to see how we line up for this next challenge.
Think about nobody's gonna expect Odogu starting maybe at center, and that is gonna happen. It's gonna be so different. Okay, this is a good scrum. Okay, but how? What's happening? Oh, this is a good draw and pass. Oof. Now give this ball out and attack inside. Oh,
the shame of it is there. Like he actually. Now that's a maul.
That's so interesting that play.
So, you know what the issue is there? North ran on the outside and he took space from Louis Rees-Zammit. I guarantee if he just gave him that ball, like watch this. So he's running to the outside.
Yeah,
if he just gave the ball, he was gone. They weren't catching him. Hey, it is what it is. It's just a mistake, isn't it? But yeah, boys, yeah, it is. It is
16-6 half time.
Yeah, 16-6. I'll take that.
Mr. FCK Noise just saying
about the law.
Yeah, because it's the same.
Yeah, it's not one that's
good point, Mike.
Transcribed, but yeah, it's you can't dive on the ball. I assume it's got something to do with like players putting their heads where it shouldn't be, but you never know.
This was a good attack, the last one. Yes, Robbie. Mike, if you have to use one word to describe this first half, how are you going to describe it?
One word.
1, 2. Come
on. Competitive. Like I know the score doesn't look it, but it is a competitive game. Like it's a nice, like traditional test game. You know.
I agree. Yeah, an entertaining. For me, it was pretty entertaining, this game, because as we said before, when Rugby came into the live, but in general, yes, we saw good tackles, good runs, good kicks, bad kicks, good scrums, set piece, a little bit of everything, a lot of error, maybe a lot of mistakes, I think, too. That probably is the key of the game that is not going so well for Australia.
That's right.
Because they had more possession. Now let me go see so we can share the
just just for the people listening,
Yes.
that is the law, by the way. I've just copied and pasted it, and I've put it in the comment section for you guys quickly.
Yep. The ball is deemed to be emerging from a rack when it's in motion away from a rack or sitting just behind the hindmost player. Mamma mia.
Yeah, so player must not
I
dive
like-
on the ball.
So let's read this couple. I felt like it would have been nicer if it wasn't the day after the massive test of yesterday. That's true too.
Yeah,
But if we low the level, like a middle level, this is interesting game. Like if we were playing a game like this, maybe on the Wales style, we were so happy about good defense and we are in front with the kicks.
yeah,
If we were on the other side, on the Australia, the problem was something much more similar to what happened when we play, like a lot of hand mistake, not converting points into entering the 22 in points. This happened. A lot of kickback, they push you back 20, 40 meters, but still a good brand of attack. Like,
that's it.
trying
Yeah, like I think we'd be really happy. I suppose the question is, how long can they last? They've made probably by the end of that 120 tackles, maybe.
Let me put now the stats so we can go through the stats.
Perfect. Yeah. Whilst you're doing that, I'm just gonna. I'm actually just gonna go get a beer. So I'm just gonna
Go get a beer, and I'm
mute,
as
and
a
I'll be 2
as a
seconds.
stat man. Look, you know what? I'm gonna push you out of the stream. So when you feel better, Mike, I'm gonna call you back in. Remove. Ah, I removed that guy. So let's see if it's possible here to share the screen. Okay, here we go. So let's go see the stats of this crazy game for now because that is pretty interesting. Come on. So we have match leaders in this game. We go with Gareth Tascombe missing a kick too. Jack Morgan 12 tackles, meters, running meters from Callaway. But let's think about how important were those 50, 60 meters when he had to run backwards to get that ball kicked. Donaldson, joy and pain, we can say. Ben Donaldson, 2 offloads and carried across the gain line by Valentini, 4. For now, the game see Australia with more possession, 60%, 40 to 60, and the same almost pretty average about territory because at the last 5 minutes, I think Wales had more possession in in the opposite field, so in Australia territory. But let's see the runs. This is crazy because, guys, Wales is on the left, and on the right we got. Here we go, Mike. Here we go, Mike. So we're seeing runs like the double of the runs by Australia, the double of the runs over the gain line, almost the double of passes, the double, more than double of the defenders beaten, double of
Yeah.
offload,
Yeah.
and the double of the rack. So the attack was the double, we can say, but the score is another one.
There's a saying here that defense wins championships, right?
Yeah, and that seems something that Wales really knows well, even when it's suffering with the scrum, because this is something we saw. Think about the last 20 minutes against Fiji, with
Yeah.
Wales suffering. No, so it's something that still there, but still they are trying. They're doing something good. 13 kicks, and look how many meters those kicks did. 490, 490, almost 200 meters more than Australia with one kick more.
Yeah.
So
That's madness, isn't it?
yeah, and let's see here we have the scrums 3-on-3.
to be fair, that one
This
kick
is
was
not right. I think these are the home feed scrums because we saw penalties against. So
yeah. No, they don't look right. I was gonna say with one kick they got like 60 meters, didn't they? With that lovely
yeah, that was one.
22.
And then this is the key. Speaking about defense, Mike, because we have 103 tackles
All right.
with still the better average. Sorry, not the average, the percentage, 80% against the 77% of Australia, which is something interesting. And those turnovers won by Wales, they were heavy turnovers, no? When the ball was lost by Australia, when was get back by the back line, the Welsh back line. So this is pretty interesting. I'm gonna just look 1 second into the players. I'm gonna go on defense to see which one are the players that are playing more. Gareth Thomas, bad game in the scrum, better game out, even if when he missed. But they already got 3 players with plus
10 plus.
10 plus. Tom Hooper, Rob Leota, and Porechki are after how many players? 3, 6, 9. So, Mama, in 10th position, there is the first Australian player. This is something. This is something. Leota tackle everything. And then let's see. This is a little bit. Who runs more meters? Meters run. We are there. Let's see. Kicks from hand. Tate McDermott, Gareth Davis, Bad Donaldson. But the game is there, Mike. I think the game is still there.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see sort of how this team comes out. If Eddie's gonna lambast them in the lockers and just like absolutely like put a fire under their bellies, and maybe we're gonna see him start running everything from everywhere. Or what we might see is maybe they're going to change something up, and maybe they're going to try and kick a little bit more as well, just to, if they're going to defend well, you want them to defend in their 22 just in case. So maybe we're going to see some of that, as opposed to running it from everywhere, which is, let's be honest, it's quite un-Eddie like, isn't it, this style of play?
Yeah, quite an Eddie, but they need those, because if not, you are, let's say, out.
Yeah. I mean, what would you do, I suppose, if you were Warren Gatland right now? So what would you do if you were him?
What you do? Keep getting the points. I think so. 3-3-3-3. You have already a margin to a gap that you can use. So just get the 3, and if it's the right moment, try for something different. But for now, build the 3 after 3, and then maybe you give the last big hit on the game. On the other side, can be pretty similar because you are not so far away. You are 10 points, so maybe get the first 3 points, so you go under the try. Under 7. Actually, you go for a converted try, but it's easier maybe doing something like that. So,
and
Australia maybe 1 kick, and then the 7 points. I don't know.
No, I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. The game will open up as well, like the more pressure they put on them, because they'll overplay. And I suppose same question: if you're Eddie Jones, what do you do here, Otto, as statman, as coach?
If I was Eddie Jones, couple of situations where you have to run those straight lines, but the ball has to stay in your hands. Is not doesn't have to go away. That's for me something like more a cynical approach in contact. First of all, so keep that ball, get close to the try line, and then we score. But also not be too frustrated in the locker room, because that can be a bad turning point, probably the worst point for the Australia if you push them in that way. So
Do you think
clean play and do something different.
there's part of me that just doesn't believe that Eddie cares? Like, I know this sounds bad, but he already said at the start of the World Cup. I watched an interview where he was like, "Mate, I'm not going to stay after the World Cup," and they were like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Well, I made that mistake with England. I stayed too long," and so he's like, "Win or lose, I'm not staying past this World Cup." And then he came up and said he clarified. I assume it's someone from like Rugby Australia that made him do it, but he clarified and he was saying, "Oh, no. What I meant is like, I don't know what I'm doing after the World Cup. I've committed to 5 years, which is what his contract is, right?" But
That's true.
I think he'd already made his mind that he's not gonna,
He's gone now.
he's gone. Yeah. So I just don't think he
Which
cares
can
enough.
which can be seen like a really, really, let's be honest, a shitty move from Rugby Australia board,
Oh, for
kicking
sure.
out. For me, that was wrong from RFU and from Rugby Australia. Kick
Yeah.
out those two coaches so early. In part, also Wales, let's say.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Pivac probably had it come in after the Georgia loss, though. That was the straw that broke the camel's back for them. I think that was
Yeah.
one
But
two
for now,
pain.
yeah. But for now, no job done. Still not job done by Wales. I can say no, because then is
Yeah.
the situation between two teams they are suffering.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Eddie
Eddie's a
Jones is
weird
gonna
one,
be
isn't he?
yeah, it's weird, the situation there with Eddie Jones. I like the way he approaching one always to be different about coaching. Maybe the style and the approach with the players can be slightly different, but love or hate, I can say, because you hear people speaking about him really well, and people that completely hate them.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
happened also in the England team.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
So
all the players. Like I've been watching like some of the new sort of Australian podcasts that come out as well for the rugby podcasts, and like they have 3 players who were all coached by him at some point in their career, like Brumbies, excuse me, or with Australia. And they all say the same thing, which is true because he was a teacher. They were like, he feels like a head teacher. He feels like even after all these years, he has like power over me, and I don't want to, be rude to him and stuff. Like they have this feeling to Eddie, but that's because he rules an absolute fear. Like people were terrified of him. I don't know if you've ever seen the Marlon Yard story. Have you seen that? Have you ever heard of this?
your fat mate.
No. So so what happened was, this is, I think it's in Haskell's book as well. But what happened was apparently Marlon Yard had just played for Quins, and it was a away game in like Newcastle, and he just drove all the way down to Surrey during the night to get there. It was like a late kickoff, and then the following morning, apparently, like it was his first day in camp, and he was like talking to everyone. Eddie's like, "Oh, Marlon, mate, how you doing?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm a bit tired." And he's like,
Oh,
then he
right.
just,
Yes.
yeah, it just blows up at him. He's like, "I don't want to like." He's like, "Go on, like pack your bags and go." Like, that's Eddie to an absolute T. He found one person to decapitate, and then everyone stood in line. Do you know what I mean? That's the way he works.
I thought the other one. You are not a steak. You are still a sausage.
Who did you say that to? I love that though.
He sent to a guy. Say sorry. I don't remember to who was the guy that said, "Hey, these are the steaks for you." And he
Mate, that's so
unpacked it,
funny.
and there were any steaks. There were the sausage in it because you are a sausage.
Well, the way he spoke to Dylan Hartley when he said that he wasn't going to pick him, he apparently just goes, "Yeah, F mate." Like it just calls him out and goes, "Yeah, F mate." Like you're done. So yeah, he's an interesting man, isn't he? I'm a big fan of Dave Rennie. I love Dave Rennie as a coach.
There was a good fighting spirit, even without results, but there was a right fighting spirit to follow up with Dave Rennie for me.
Yeah, well, also like people forget they were one kick away from winning the rugby championship. Do you know what I mean? Like if they'd kicked that ball away, they would have won. It's mental, isn't it?
It's crazy, man.
Yeah. So
And
I don't know.
anyway,
He's a good coach.
Yeah, he's a good coach, but that's the other question. In the meantime, they're kicking for the 3 points to go away from the gap
Good.
because the scrum was good. The scrum,
Yep.
the penalty clock was taking the whole sweet A time to kick the Wales team, like Jack Crowley yesterday.
Yeah, good. They need to get minutes back in their legs, mate. They're getting tuckered from the attack.
So let's move here, and they go 19 in the meantime.
So the guy in the crowd suing.
That's in 6. Eddie Jones, lover 8, but love and 8 can never be friend, said Dennis Brown. So it's something different too. I should put love and 8 on the Fratelli di Rugby playlist on Spotify, you know? But instead, I put a lot of rap.
Yeah.
The
mine's
rap,
very different,
folk.
isn't it?
Man, it's so mixed, guys. If you don't know, we create a playlist of songs by Lorenzo Pani because we put I did it live streaming today. I went there, I put Nisida in of Capo Plaza. Then we put a lot of music, Mike music, my music.
Yeah.
Now we're waiting for Marcello and the Italy music because then
Oof.
I put Mamma mia.
Well, great read. He put his head in that.
That was good. This is the game that I think we're gonna see try from Rio Dyer. I don't know. I have this feeling in the game.
What a take as well. Lovely. It was in the air though. Yeah.
Yep. But he doesn't care. He wants to play. It's good. This guy's good.
Adam's so smart there though. Did you see that? Like, so he couldn't take it quick. He apologized in front of the way.
Are you okay? Are you okay, mate?
I'm so sorry, mate. I'm so sorry. He's a smart player, isn't he?
Yeah, but stay here with us.
Yeah.
Oh, little B.
Yeah. That was lovely. Like such a lovely read. He just saw it from a mile away, didn't he? I mean, that was clearly.
If the guy felt bad, that is a yellow card.
That's not straight. Jeez, nothing's going their way after that.
No, mate.
Nah, mate. Nah.
Poreczki, the captain.
Yeah. Nah, man. Yeah, nah. Nah, mate. I'm gonna leave, mate. Yeah, straight after the World Cup, mate. Sorry for any Australians out there.
I love. You know what? It's funny, and probably something that at the end helps. The fact to have a coach like him. He put the focus on Rugby Australia in the bad, in the worst. So people it's talking about Rugby Australia and not National Rugby League, maybe, you know what I mean? On that side, probably is good. Let's see. The first track was good. The first scrum was good for Wales. Now let's see if they figure it out differently. And then I saw that Johnny Matthews.
He's borrowing. To be fair, Wales are dominant here, but that was an illegal scrum.
Ooh, watch another kick.
Watch the loose head. That was a lovely kick. If they show the replay, watch the loose head.
Nasty. So we saw one thing about the referee. In this case, Barnes is letting play a lot.
Yeah.
Look what he's trying to do there.
Well, he's going in at an angle, but also he's the first one to pop up. I don't understand.
Yeah, that I was saying. I was looking at. This is a good kick there. Nasty, really nasty there. The kick behind. So. Oh, this was good read by by Australia, because that is always critical when you attack with those set piece there. Now let's see what they're gonna do. Are they organizing a
When are
drop
Georgia
goal,
playing
Mike?
Wales?
I'll tell you in a second.
I mean, Anscombe, no, it's Williams at the back, isn't he, in the pocket? No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Like, if they were going to do it, they were going to do it by now.
Next game.
Which is the next week, or they got a week off?
No, next week there's gonna be Fiji, Georgia, Australia, Portugal, and the Wales. Where are the Wales? Wales, Georgia, the 7th of October.
Wow, it's going to be a big game, that.
Yep. And then the last one is gonna be, just in case, Fiji.
Oh,
The last game of the pool
wow.
is gonna be Fiji, Portugal.
Oh,
That's Tompkins.
That was lovely.
That's Tompkins there. Okay, now the headphones are gone for Eddie Jones. Come on.
Yeah. I'm sure, like, if we were to zoom out far enough, we'd see a guy sharpening the axe a little bit with a black cloth. Was he in front? That's the question. That I'm not too sure.
Yeah, but the kick is
Whoever
good.
pushed him gave him a bit of a boost, didn't they?
Seems like. That's good. Look at the guy doing his job, but well kicked. First, second, well analyzed by Gareth Tascom, because there was space there. There wasn't any second line of attack. I go there. Neither a 9 sweeping. How you say, Mike?
Yeah, sweep. Yeah,
sweep.
Sweep. Yeah,
A sweeper. Somebody like that.
Yeah.
Another. Oh, this was faster. 15 seconds left on the clock watch, on the kick clock.
Yeah. I mean, they're getting like ball in hand now, right? So maybe they're back in their fitness.
Good job.
Yeah, lovely that.
So let me change the banner.
Yeah.
And we are going for how many points? Mamma mia. 26 with Fraser McRae coming in now. So they just scored 10 points in 10 minutes, which is something that Australia unlikely wants to see, but that's right. And now they have to go back, because everything is going to be a kick now. Everything. Yeah. Let's go start back.
It was a class try, Robbie, yeah. Oof.
And another kick. I used to call that ping pong. Tactical ping pong. And then Callaway out. So now look at those faces of Australian.
Upset,
even if the jersey,
angry.
The jersey, it's amazing, and it's silent. Eddie Jones, it's silent.
Yeah, I mean, those guys paid a lot of money to go.
Oh yeah, man. Big
after
money
all
there.
Those adverts, man. After all those adverts, that's the one where he's, we're not going for the croissants and all that jazz, where he's saying all of this stuff. I expected a little bit more, you know. Just expected a little bit more from Eddie. Oof.
A big stoink.
It's penalty only,
Kerevi, yeah, but they're gonna go bunker the situation.
I mean, it's on
and
the
give
shoulder,
a yellow over there.
I don't know. I think it'd be a harsh yellow, but it's definitely a penalty. It's a bit high.
Mike, you think speculation goes there?
Yeah, go.
With Quade Cooper, Australia would have been better now?
Yeah. Yeah, like I no doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. But then I think is it Carter Gordon? He's gonna have a really big career in front of him. I think he's a
That's good.
quality player,
Perdonner is
and
good. Yeah.
he needs time, right? Like Eddie right now is like what Franco Smith was for us in 2020. That's what he's doing.
Actually, yeah, but he's doing the job that also De Vreni, but on that with that role, you have to grow the new generation.
Yeah,
That's true, absolutely.
You have to be brave as well. Like I think I've said it, or we've said it on the podcast a few times. Like Franco Smith is a great coach, like, but he had to do a lot with a little, and without him, maybe Garbisi wouldn't have been playing for us. Without him, I don't think was it Lamaro was picked at the time. Was he picked under him? Like there's so much that changed in that year, which benefited from now. Like obviously there were a couple of players which need to improve with Morty and Trulla, but he gave them experience at what is like the best levels. So those players know what they need to do.
And here you have an answer by Robbie about Cooper.
Yeah, no, that again, that's a really, really valid point. I think the reason I think it would be different with Quaid is his kicking game is like sensational. Like his running game's good. Like we all know, there's the Quaid Goosey. Like he's known for it. But where he really excels is his kicking game. He's obviously, again, he's an ex-league player. The standoffs have to kick every, fifth tackle. So like these boys kick a lot, and the kicks have to be on the money. And the way Eddie Jones historically played was contestable kicks up and under, with England, and he wants those.
Absolutely.
And they showed that in the first game against Georgia. In fairness, that's how they played, right? Quaid would have benefited them massively, in my opinion. Ooh, big call.
28 minutes left, and Carter Gordon in.
We were just talking about him. There we go.
Perfect. It's the right moment to see him. But now let's see, because they're gonna keep kicking. For now, also what Australia is trying to do is all on in favor of Wales, and these are games that a team like Wales loves to play in this way.
Yeah,
like basing everything on this huge defense, because the numbers are going up and up. Maybe Australia get a little bit more in the last couple of multi-phases, but if not, Wales is tackling everything, and the mistakes are all on the Australia side.
Yeah. That again, that's fair. How much do you think Tupou and Skelton not being part of this team has sort of damaged them? Because Skelton on his day has got to be up there, right?
But both of them, they are so key in a young team. They announced Skelton as a captain. You didn't see him after that. Famausili doesn't have the quality, as you can see now in the scrum. He always come in the second half, and then you have an old fox like Thomas Francis that now is doing a good job on that side. And here Elias, that was being obliterated multiple times from Sleeper, but now it's been dominant with Famausili, which is not the best scrummager. So the switch is there. The switch is there. The momentum is almost gone. Looks like.
Yeah. So if obviously it goes the way it looks like it's going to go with Wales here, are we saying Wales to win the pool, Fiji to come second, which is looking likely, isn't it? Unless there's some sort of miracle from Georgia in the last game for Wales.
Huh. But then think about also Georgia that. Yeah, nothing is in Fiji's hands. Oh, this is a good mamma mia!
Kick, wasn't it? Yeah.
Come on, this is great. You can do it because you're winning 29-6, but still, it's great.
We saw kicks like this from Varney against Samoa, didn't we? Like, or it might have been against Australia as well. Like, he was just...
Man, you are right, and there was a set piece that we try multiple times to have that platform just outside the 50s in the central area and kick there. We got a 50-22, I think, with Varney there. And Garbisi, Alessandro did it in the other games too. But look how back they are. They're in their own 22.
Yeah, just seeing
now.
Robbie messaged there. Possibly could have made a difference last game. Right, okay, cool.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's right.
I saw orange and orange.
They had the opposite problem. Attack was not right. Yeah. You know, it's a fair comment. I assume that's about Quaid. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it probably wouldn't have affected this game too much, like per se. But maybe the first and second game he might have been more beneficial. Yeah.
That was another good line, but come on, that ball.
Oof! Knocked on.
Yes, knock on.
So you're going to put Ivans at the bottom as well?
I don't know. What are you going to put on the bottom there?
There we go. Ivans. Aussies look like a list of individuals and not a team at all. Eddie has to explain many things.
Sorry, I didn't see that. A lot of questions they're gonna pop out. It's gonna be a crunchy, a crispy post-match press conference by Eddie Jones. Is gonna be so interesting to see, because in the last one he really attacks everybody before the game, all the English media. So let's see now how he's gonna answer to he has to answer some question. But let's see. So now the situation is gonna be, if it's gonna end like this: Wales 14, Fiji 6, Australia 6, Georgia 2, and Portugal 2, which is crazy, man.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? Georgia and Portugal 2 points.
Yeah, Portugal might come third, don't they?
Think about Portugal getting crazy. You cannot believe stuff like that.
Oh wow,
mamma mia!
Faletau, I know he's getting on in age, but he is still up there, and he's such a quality player.
He was good, man. Guarda qua, look at this kick, man. Look at that kick by McDermott.
Robbie, 100% agree with this, and I think actually, if we're like, you know, a lot of people talk about the standard of refereeing in general. That was lovely, but when it comes to Wayne Barnes, Luke Pearce, like those, you know, like Andrew Brace, I find those players those referees incredibly like consistent with the players, the way they communicate. Like, there's a lot of guys like this who are very, very good. And I actually think, you know, yesterday as well, I thought Ben O'Keefe, you know, did a great job. There was a few things that he missed.
It was hard, man. Yes, it was so hard to referee.
Yeah, I agree. 100% agree. I thought he did the best under the conditions that you could expect him to, and he did really, really well. So, yeah. There's, you know, I agree with that. I think Wayne Barnes, kudos to him. He's you know, one of, if not the best ref in the world, and it's a good. Looks like Wales are having a good time with him.
Oh yeah, they love it. 29. They're kicking for the 32 points, and this is another nail in the coffin, Mike, for Australia.
Yeah,
with a silent box. They're not speaking anymore.
No, hands
which
on
is
hips.
probably
If it goes over, we're going to see some heads drop.
Oop. And they go. So 32-6, man. Didn't seem so far away the game when it was 16-6 at the end of the first half.
Yeah. Well, it also goes to show how important like scoreboard pressure is. Like, you know, this is something that us as Italians, we need to do more. Like, just take the points when they're on offer. You know, like good game management. Don't rush things. The tries will come. It's not always all about the tries. just kick and try and like force the other team to overplay. Because it's normally us overplaying, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, sometimes we are in that mood. Let's say. I don't understand how Vunivalu made the team. For example, that is one of the calls up he did. Eddie Johnson, I can really don't understand because for me, he did not give anything to rugby. Neither when he was playing with the Reds, the former rugby league. Look at that.
Yeah, well, it would make sense if he was going to do a lot more of a kicking game, which he hasn't. Like I said, apart from against Georgia, this isn't like they haven't played the same way as they've played in Georgia, have they?
No, not at all. But also because the attack now is every time with a defense that is set.
Yeah.
And with Georgia, yes, but also a lot of like not scramble, but almost defense. It was there. Look at that. That is good. Tackle no hands. Turnover. You see, Vunivalu, you don't need that.
Yeah, Williams
You're
grabbed
already
him.
losing.
He's a fireman, isn't he?
That's silly from him. They changed the 9. Let's see. This is a good. And that is in the middle of 3. You're not gonna move anybody there.
Oh, okay. Let's see what happened there. Fine.
Yeah, Liam Williams down there. A rip. Yeah, the coffin, Alpines. The coffin is there. For me, there was more like the game plan that we saw was all from Weissmantel, the Dave Rennie. And that was something that you can realize that, okay, this is something we're going to do. We're going to play in that way, the blind side. For example, that is something that was really good, Australia. Playing blind side, I used to call it the yo-yo attack. Because for me was going short, going long, going short, going long. Like blind, wide. That was good, was working. But nothing else.
Yeah.
And they're not good and critical on the in the breakdown. I see you freeze, Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly jump out and jump in. Okay, be 2 seconds.
Ciao. So Mike, like the Holy Virgin. Let's see, 30-6, man. 1 point every 2 minutes. Let's say Wales. They scored the same point. They scored in 40 minutes in 23 minutes of the second half. Half of the time, the double of the points. Whoa. Let's see when Mike is gonna come back. Man, it's crazy because was a different game. 16-6, I think, was still there. They were not dominant, but let's see, was good the way Australia with Slipper was playing in the scrum. And then a lot of mistakes, a lot of error, bad stuff. Bad stuff for Eddie Johnson, Australia Rugby. Let me check 1 second the phone so I can see what Big Nelson Dale and other Australians are saying about this game. Like, do you think the Eddie out is already trending? Would you think?
Yeah, I think it probably will be. What's the time in Australia?
I think it's
like early morning, right?
It was more. It should be morning. Morning, maybe 10:30, I think.
Oof. Yeah, like there's gonna be a lot of unhappy people, and it's a Monday. You know, it's gonna be trending. It's 100% gonna be trending on a Monday. Yeah, I agree with this. The scoreline's insane. The scoreline, like I'd know if someone told me at 64 minutes Wales would be 32-6 up on this game, I'd be very, very surprised. But fair play. Oh, that's unlucky.
Yeah, but still, man. What I was saying before when you went out, Mike, they scored the same points in 23 minutes. Wales that did in 40 before. This is probably the only player that is trying to do something different.
Yeah.
Big supporter of the Italian, Fijian, Australian wing.
Yeah, I wonder how many Italian Fijians there are, because I think you mentioned once upon a time that
there is a Tongan Italian, if you want, which is Patrick Pellegrini.
Yeah, he's just been called up, hasn't he?
Yeah, and man, look at this picture. I'm gonna show you because they put it on. Look at these two guys.
They're laughing all the way home, aren't they? Laughing all the way home. Here's your guy, Otto.
Alpine. Australia just don't have good squad depth. They have to rebuild, and thank you for this to be a new Patreon, Alpine. Welcome. I hope you find good stuff in it. But yeah, man, the situation is bad. Because if you think they're missing players, okay? How many players they're missing important in this, like, starting player in this moment? Skelton, Tupou, because we saw from how silly what is. If we fly off one between Quid Cooper. Also, if I think in general, Quid Cooper is great, but I think he didn't perform well in general this summer. Then who else? Michael Hooper, and then those are the players.
Michael Hooper, for me, is like he's just such a amazing player. I just love watching him play. Yeah,
it's crazy that he didn't get into the team now in some way.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like also, there's like so much leadership just lost from that one player, right? Like he's one of the most capped players in the world, isn't he?
He knows what he's trying to do. And then this is the big problem too, because they host this, but they are already trying to sell because they are like a big debt in Rugby Australia again. So they're trying to sell the.
Oh, he doesn't look happy now.
No, not at all. Man, he's gonna leave tonight. We're gonna say, mate, it's done.
Yeah,
it's really emotional.
He looked like he was crying though. Yeah, he didn't. Oh, you mean he'll flip. Yeah, this is a really good point. So I don't know how well documented it was, but I think it was in 2021 they declared bankruptcy, didn't they? The Australian Federation.
They change, and now the head of Rugby Australia is Phil Vo, the famous. In Italy they used to call him Beetlejuice. Munari, one of the commentators, used to call him Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
that great Waratahs team anyway, but
like
FCK Noise is saying too, but they have the means to turn it around. I think sucking at if they exit in the pool stage will be bad. They need to focus on building something longer term, which in theory you have had before, because if not, there's no reason you call the one that been sacked by Rugby England from the RFU to get it in. So in case Eddie Jones is leaving, who's going to be in charge of the next four-year cycle? Because that is the big point. Are you going to call, I don't know, Brad Thorne from the Reds? Who's going to be the guy in charge of that? Ian Foster?
If I was them, I'd go for Kieran Crowley, but that's me.
Man, he signed for Japan. He's not going to move from Japan.
Do you think?
I think so. I think it's going to take... Well, it's a huge opportunity, yeah. Huge opportunity. If he can do both, and I'm happy for him. And I'm curious to see how he's going to develop those players, because some players are good.
Yeah, I don't... The problem is, right, like, all the best coaches are in They won't work. Unless they go completely rogue and like have Schmidt or something.
Chega is not going to be the coach anymore, but he's not going to be on top of Rugby Australia again, I think, right?
I love Checa, and I think he has a soft spot for Italy as well, because obviously he speaks Italian, he coached in Italy. Like, there's a lot of positives for Checa, and I'm never gonna say a bad word against him. He's a really good coach, but Argentina don't look like they're firing at the moment, mate. They don't look.
No,
right.
They're not. Let's see if something's gonna click in them in the next games. But if not, they don't look a team
this is going to
with a
sound
killer
bad,
instinct.
but they look like Australia last year. Sorry, Australia last cycle. Last cycle, like under him, the last few games under him. That's what they remember. Yeah. I don't know. Like, he's a very, very, very good coach, but something's not working like with them, and I wonder what it is. Wait, no. Why is that? Why is that play on?
No idea.
So he got the ball and then he tried to pop it back, and it came off an offside French guy. That's right, offside Welsh guy. Anyway, they've taken the 3 now. Good kick.
I'm gonna read you this tweet that I just saw. This isn't the sort of experience the young players need. Some of these wallabies will be scared and won't make 2027 now.
Disagree.
Which is a point.
Disagree. Look at us, mate. Like, look at our young team. Like, look at all the pain that they've been through for so long. Disagree. It's
you know what? Like, some nations they're not used to, so they just go down emotionally. Yeah. We always live there. We know what does it mean.
Yeah.
Probably that.
Yeah. That's true.
Trying
but also,
to understand that, but
for me, right?
So different.
For me, I think if you're going to teach people tenacity, resilience, like, that's why I loved the Uruguay from an Italian perspective so much, because, like, aside from some of the old heads that were in that team, Ruzza, Seb's not, Seb's 28, like, and we talk about him as if he's like, he's obviously experienced. He got his 50th cap. Big up Seb, by the way. But we don't have particularly like experienced players to pull those young boys through. So they found it themselves. They found that themselves, and that's a lesson that they're gonna hold with them for the rest of their career, because they found a way. They worked out a way. They didn't panic. They believed that they were tier 1, and they did what tier 1 does against tier 2 opposition, like similar to what it looks like Wales are doing to Australia right now, right? So yes, like, I think, as Crowley says, pressure creates diamonds, but big games create big players. That's the fact, right? And last game was a big game.
Yeah, and think about what Simon Rewelui from Fiji is saying, Pablo Lemoyne, all the players they need. It's better if you play those big games against our team. That's why we want to stick to the Six Nation as Italy, because we prefer to play against the best teams, not against the team they are weaker than us, in theory at least, with the respect for Georgia, Portugal, and play games that we play in the last couple of years anyway, because we play Portugal twice, Romania, Georgia, Samoa. Those are all stuff that we know, those kind of teams.
I think we should get our A team to play those. Like, I honestly don't see an issue with our A team playing those nations like Georgia and stuff. I actually think our A team now, with the depth that we've developed over the past 18 months, like, they'd give Georgia a good game. I still think Georgia would win against an A team, but I think it would be close. I think it'd be very, very close. Yeah. And also, like, an A team against, like Romania. Like, if we put our under-20s now, for example, the under-20s that for the past 3 years, that Genovese, Rizzoli, those sort of players, we just put them out and say, right, okay, you're going to play Romania first team, right? that would be a good game. Like they'll learn a lot, like from the scrum. They'll learn a lot about physicality, and they'll learn a lot there. And I think that's what we should be looking to do. Like we should be looking to get our A teams to play as many of the second tiers as
like
possible.
we did 2 years ago against Uruguay, because we played with Italy and then Italy A.
Yeah.
Which had mamma mia, Bramstein 8, Lorenzo Cannone at 7. There was something. And here there is the curses for La Macumba. Sometimes we call it to La Macumba that Albornoz against Argentina. That is a situation that I don't know if there is something else, but they always pick Santiago Carreras. And I don't understand why they give him every time just so few minutes. That is something I don't get. Why don't start again with him? That is the only thing that for me it's crazy. Because you play with Argentina 15, okay. But we want to see Montemauri not playing with Emergenti Italians, something. We want to see them playing something different. Oh, there was a good one. That is a tackle. I tackle.
He looks good.
See, 1 minute of him you saw, Mike.
Yeah.
He's strong in everything, but a lot to...
I mean, I don't get me wrong. I don't think he's...
Vunivalu.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about...
I thought him. Carter Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon.
No, Gordon is good. Gordon is good.
Eddie's gone. Yeah, like he looks like he's crying. That's kind of sad, actually. An old man crying. Like
it's always sad. But also because, man, I think first of all, this was something not impossible, but I saw them like an underdog just because Eddie Jones is Eddie Jones, and he can build stuff like he did with England. That for me, my position.
That's sad.
Yeah, of course. What do you have to do? In theory, for me, you have to stay until the end and go cheer the players, because at the end, the players are there. First, second, man, Eddie Jones did good stuff.
That's the question. That's the question. Honestly, I think it's a bit of a mixture of both. Like
raising Wales and a going down, a fallen Australia.
Yeah, I think you have to give credit to Wales here, to be honest. Like, yes, Australia haven't played particularly well, particularly the second half. They looked a lot better the first sort of 10, 15 minutes. But Wales just capitalised, didn't they? Like constant pressure, scoreboard pressure. They sorted out whatever issues they had in the scrum. Just dominant. This is Wales being dominant. Whether it's Wales being good or not, I suppose that's going to be answered on the next round when they go through.
Wales honestly look really annoying to play for any team. That's something we can agree, but it's the truth. Every time Wales, always there. There is that DNA, the history of Wales is always there in the last, let's say, 15 years.
Yeah.
To be ruthless, to defense, and then it's not a running rugby what Wales is playing, but it's so based on years of Sean Edwards and Gatland. This is a Gatland team. You can see the way they play. It's absolutely a Gatland team. You don't want to show so much. Let's go. Let's take the points. Let's build. Let's be clever.
Oh, this is try. It's got try written all over it.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just
probably
so well
the
set
water
up.
boy is gonna come in too after the okay. Wow. Okay, of course. This is the killing moment. The last. Good job, Mr. Gatland and company. Well done in this couple of months.
Well, That was so well set up. So to answer your noise to answer your question, noise. Yes, I think we can actually give credit to Wales. That was lovely, and I don't think they would have scored that against most of the tier 1 nations. That was lovely.
I'm trying to rethink the next games. So Fiji, Georgia, with Fiji that can go up, but Australia is gonna play Portugal. So for now we have Wales qualified, and then there is the run for the second spot, which is Australia Portugal, which now is gonna be a really interesting game, Mike.
Yeah,
More than Fiji Georgia for me. Australia Portugal is gonna be crazy because they know they can do something and they're gonna try to do, and everybody gonna cheer him. Oh, palo! Chi ha fatto palo?
Yeah, that's a good question. It must have been who is it
Anscombe? Yeah. And also they lost bigger early in the game, which is another thing that we have to put into the equation.
Yeah, Anscombe obviously this has been dominant, 40 points to 6. Like I never thought it was going to be this one-sided.
No.
Robbie, what did you mean by this, mate? I assume this is to do with the offside line not being created at a ruck. Is that what you mean?
Let us know. Let's see. Penalty against. What are they gonna do? 3 points.
Kick for 3.
Nice.
Kick for 3.
No, they're gonna play.
Yeah, they have to, mate. Right, that was a lovely kick. Fair play. Like you've just gone long on the last kick. Like that's big balls are still there going for the long ones. Sorry, missed the first half. I was talking about high tackles. After the game, they had removed that rule of high tackles.
Which high tackles we missed? Because the one of Kerevi in theory was high tackles. Now let's see. They arrived? No? Okay, neither a try. Oh my god. 46, Valentino Rossi. The game is done. Wow. That's huge. It's done. So the most interesting thing is really to understand with how Australia is gonna face Portugal. Portugal is gonna be happy. Because that is gonna be the last game, and then we can see something different. Oh wow!
A record loss.
I think so. Like that, man, without scoring any try.
Yeah. Wow. Well, if he wasn't going to be gone by the end of like the World Cup, I think now it's tough. It's tough for Eddie now. Wow. 40-6. Be honest, like you didn't expect that either, did you?
24 points more in the second half like that. No, really cynical approach by clinical approach by Wales. Great for Wales. Sad myself. I feel sad for Eddie Jones and for the potential that still Australia has, because for me there is potential there.
Yeah,
but
they're under 20s are great.
They did the job.
Yeah,
under 20 is great. That's
I remember, was it 2018, the last World Cup? They were in our pool, weren't they?
And we had also in this last World Cup, they play pretty well. The Vaiu is a good player. They had Mason Gordon, the brother of Carter Gordon, playing 10-15. So maybe they're gonna have a pair of brothers for the next World Cup 2027.
Yeah.
Here is missing Paisami in this team, which has always been there.
He's
Hunter
good.
Paisami, the Hunter.
Yeah,
That's
he's
true.
so good. Well, yeah, like I mean, it's easy to fix. I know, like that's the thing, but it's easy to fix with time. Like Australia seems like us in like 2012, 2013. You know, like 2013 probably after like a load of the old like capped people, Bortolami, all of those guys retire, and then we're sort of left with either blooding people or like continuing with who was probably going to be on the bench and put them to first team and stuff like. And there was
Yeah,
like a bit of a
changing a
void.
wing every time, doing
Yeah,
something different every time. Yeah, that I agree too.
yeah. Like so, we were just trying to find the best combination, the best players, and I
Look,
think
I'm gonna read you some of the name. Actually, let me. I can put this because this is interesting. We can see probably just what you're saying with examples. So let me put the team which
yeah,
made the World Cup for Australia, and look at this. I'm gonna. Okay, let's see the age. Angus Bell, good player.
yeah,
For me, one of the best props we're gonna have in the next 10 years.
yeah,
Angus
it's
Bell is
quality.
there. Scoop, 25 years old. You're not gonna probably remember of him. Did you remember of him in this game? No.
No,
Slipper,
no, no, no.
34. Famausili, suffering a scrummaging and is already 26. He has to be a better scrummager. Taniela Tupou, we know him.
He'll stay for another cycle, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Nongor, 22. So you see, there is nobody in the middle that is really quality player.
Yeah,
If you have only James Lipper 34, we are
yeah,
using Zani, but it's not our first choice every time. For example,
yeah,
Porechki, Uelese, and Fessler. Those three don't make a good Folau Fainga when he was good.
yeah,
The hooker of the Brumbies in the last couple of years. Richie Arnold 33, Will Skelton 31, Frost, Philip, and
yeah. I
here
mean,
you
only
have this
one's probably
for
going to survive the next
yeah,
cycle, though, right?
one Frost.
Yeah,
McRate, yes. Kemeni, we didn't see. It's so fast, man. But he's
yeah,
already 24. McRate, we saw a little bit better with the Reds cycle.
yeah,
Gleason is the future with the Waratahs. Valetini, of course. Tom
yeah,
Hooper, of course.
yeah.
Leota, I don't know. I
Tom
like
Hooper's
him so
22.
much. Yes.
Interesting. I
And
really
they have
like him, by the way.
another one coming. Teddy Hooper, another one good.
Interesting. He could pack down at lock, being 2 meters tall. Like he could pack down at lock easily.
Yes, he can do it. Man, we have locks of 1 meter 90,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Italy, so everything can happen. Then you
interesting.
have Nick White, Chow, Isaac Fines. Man, this guy never been really good. So
Yeah,
luck at number 9, good number 9.
yeah,
You don't have it now because you're gonna have only McDermott in this
yeah.
moment.
I rate
Donald.
McDermott. It's good.
So here, of course, we don't have Cooper, but
No.
is a player is Carter Gordon for now,
Yeah.
and then you have Rajam Pasitoa. We have who else?
Oh, you need to scroll down slightly, I think.
Quenzel, which is not there. Then you have 26 Perez, never been top quality player. Fochetti, the same. They're missing Iki Tau in this team. Lenny
Yeah,
Kitao is the
yeah.
13 for them. Trevi 30, Kellaway, Petaglia, only 23. And then you have Corey
So
Bete,
out of those, sorry, Perise will be
Isaiah Perez at 30. But
30. Yeah,
he's never been really, really that good.
yeah,
Perez. Another
yeah.
I think Perez was another former rugby league player, the way he played.
Right.
Corey Bete, Nawa Kanita Wase, that is good, and then
31.
Vunivalu. Man,
So
Vunivalu is 27.
yeah. So
Here you have to
basically,
put
it's
Joseph Swali.
yeah. Jordan Petai is a good player, though, isn't he? He's a
Petai
good
is good.
player. Yeah. So basically, they have probably Kellaway that will survive the cycle, Pattaya, and I'm not going to be able to try it, but Nawakanitawase. Is that right?
Nawakanitawase. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Nawakanitawase,
good.
right.
That's good.
So him, I'm going to call him Marco from here on out, now that I know
Marky
that he's
Marks,
Italian.
Mike. Marky Marks, they call him.
Marco now. Now that I know
Marco.
he's Italian, it's Marco for me. So Marco, I should say.
Marco dalla
Hey,
Spezia.
Marco dalla Spezia. If you want to play for Italy in 3 years' time, listen, we'll take you.
Take
We'll
3 years
take you,
off,
man.
and then let's see. Yeah, he is probably one of the fighter in this game. If we have to think about who was the best performer, or at least somebody give everything. I like his attitude. Also, with in the last penalty, you see him.
Yeah.
He wants to play the ball. So that is it's
He wants
good
to
because
fight,
yes, he never put his chin down,
Yeah.
up, like said Mourinho.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry.
oh no, I was just highlighting Vito message.
Okay, so crazy to think Wales was desperate. Yeah. This is a mad turnaround, isn't it?
The best turnaround possible, no? Unexpected.
Yeah, it also goes to show, Pivac always said that Wales weren't fit enough to play the style of rugby that he wanted to play.
Yeah,
I mean,
more runners, rugby, but never been able to apply.
yeah, and that's what he gave, like, a lot of excuses, like, we're not fit enough. Gatlin's come in and he's turned these guys into cyborgs. Like, I don't know, maybe it's fear. I don't know what it is. Like, obviously they're leaving some top quality players at home as well because of the residency rule. There's what's his name? The ex under-20s captain who's gone to Exeter. I can't remember his name now. Plays 12.
David Jeng, 12.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes, I don't have the name now, but yes, him.
I can't remember, but he was quality. He was quality. Obviously, he played fly half for the under-20s, and he plays 12 at Exeter. He's like I actually thought he was going to be like one of like the players of like the decade. He looked so good in the under-20s, and then like he had a couple of caps with Wales, and he was lighting it up. And yeah, it's one of those, mate. Like, Wales, that growth in such a short period of time, like, you can't deny that Gatland isn't a fantastic coach, is he?
It's come on. If you had to put £1 on Wales doing this, being ahead, maybe you did it in the when we did the prediction with Marcello.
Yeah.
We talk about Wales is gonna be there, and I was pushing more for Australia. These guys we know because we have the recording, but we never put it out. But still, there we were speaking about that.
Yeah.
Oof.
You just can't bet against Wales at tournaments. That's the truth. And I said the
That's
same
the
about
thing.
England. Like, you just can't bet. You can't bet against Wales or England at tournaments. They'll find a way.
No, it seems like they found the first team to qualify. Boom, Wales gone.
Yeah.
Who's gonna met Wales now? Is gonna met the first of the pool of the other pool, not the worst two pool. Is gonna met one
Probably
between.
Japan. I think Japan are going to beat Argentina. I know this is probably heinous to you. I think Japan might beat Argentina. Maybe
Japan is gonna win against Argentina. Huh?
Well, if they play like they did yesterday, yeah, I think they will.
What if Samoa is gonna pass at the end? Because Samoa has 5 points in 2 games. Argentina has 4 points. Japan has 5 points.
Who does Samoa need to play? They have left to play England and England and who?
England and Chile, I think, because they rest the first week.
And Argentina have Chile and Japan left to play.
Yes. Japan play already everything. That is Japan Samoa, man. In 3 days we're gonna know how the things are going to be in that pool, and then we're gonna see. So the second one against Wales is gonna play against Japan, maybe Samoa, maybe worst case scenario Australia. So that means that probably Wales can be semi-finalist.
Yeah. Definitely up there, right? Like, I think if they can fumble their way to a semi-final, if they could fumble it, like
Man,
it's just the
and
Welsh.
they're gonna met against South Africa. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean,
Let me put a predictor here just to.
Yeah, let's go through it.
Because I found another predictor that it's easy.
Buonasera, Luca.
Luca, benvenuto. Let me see. Predict on this one. Okay, I found one. Let me put it on and let's try to think. Oh, it's gonna condividi schermo. Yes. Let's go on this.
Right.
Okay. So we are here. Let me make it a little bit better and bigger. So okay, let's see. France is gonna pass as a first team. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, just because we are scaramantici, we're gonna put New Zealand, right?
Yeah. I mean,
because we want to. But I like this 4.3%.
Well, it was 1.6% when I was looking the other day, so it's definitely gone up.
Okay, so let's go with the odds there. Here, who's gonna be the Mamma mia, this is another crazy situation. But anyway, let's see. South Africa, Ireland, Scotland.
Yeah,
let's put the first two.
It's got to be right. It's got to be.
So Ireland is gonna be
number one
first, and South Africa second.
I've got this funny feeling about that last game for Ireland though. Like I don't know. I just think like I don't know.
That game is gonna be crucial. Everything can happen in that game.
The Scots have it in their locker to hurt them as well. And then I think right now we're looking at Fiji, right?
Let's put Fiji on. So England.
Yeah.
And now the stuff they saw Samoa, but let's keep 77%. Okay, Argentina. Just to understand how things are going.
Yeah, that's fine.
In case it's not Argentina, it can be Samoa or Japan. Mamma mia. Okay. So here you have. Let me open it. So in two, you're gonna have Mamma mia, France, South Africa.
South Africa are favourites in that game. That's interesting. Not for me. I think
the odds are there now.
It's also like who does South Africa play last?
South Africa play one of the other ones. Yeah, the last game there is Scotland, Ireland. Okay, that is the last game of that pool, which is the keep game.
Yeah. So,
but look at this, like for Wales, because if not, Wales can play against Samoa, Argentina, or Japan.
I think again, like I can only base it on the last few performances, right? And like I said, Argentina might click and I might eat my words, but I think Wales beat Argentina based on like the last 3 performances that we've seen, right?
So let's think about that.
Right.
And here you have New Zealand, Ireland.
How's New Zealand favourite in that game? Oh, because of how they played.
Because it's quarterfinals, Mike.
Yeah, Luca, you might have missed it. I said exactly the same thing as well. I think it could be. I think Japan, if they play well and Argentina play how they've been playing, that could potentially be something to watch. But so you're saying New Zealand to go through out of those two
No,
games.
no, this is only the odds. I didn't put anything here, but the odds are saying New Zealand is favorite and here is favorite. But anyway, the focus is Wales. Wales can arrive semi-finalist.
Yeah.
Again, best 4 team in the world.
Yeah. They're going to get like monstrous. They'll end up like 4th or 5th in the table as well. That's the funniest thing.
Again, they're gonna be there, no? And we fight.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. We always focus on that game, but then they change skin like a snake, red like a dragon, let's say, and they go up there. So pretty cool.
Bringing it back to Italian rugby quick, right? Let's say it happens.
We're gonna play Ireland and we're gonna win against Ireland, right? Our quarterfinal.
Well, just like let's say, right? Let's believe, right? Let's say we can do something against either France or New Zealand. They're doubled the points, right? And it's a maximum of 2 points, if I'm right. So against one of those two, it would be 2 points. So we'd be getting 4 points, which would put us where in the thing.
Let me put the ranking on.
Especially with Australia. Australia would have lost a lot of rankings this game, right? So we could potentially go over Australia and be in the top 10 for the first time in a long time. I think that's how it would work.
Should be double. I'm sure they think about the double points.
Yeah. So, but I think the maximum is 2. So that would make maximum of 4 in terms of +4 movement.
I'm gonna put it. Here we go. Let me put it on. Cheers. Mike. Yes.
So
come on.
4 points puts us on 79 point. 4 points would put us 79.6. Obviously, Australia would go down. Australia, so we'd overtake Australia. Oh, this is actually updated after this game already. Oh, that's great. So we would go 9th. No, we'd go 10th.
Yeah, depends by the next games because they have. But yes, if we won against one of the New Zealand or France, number 3, number 4 at the moment.
Yeah.
If we win against New Zealand, that is
Robbie's
the upset.
saying here. So potentially 10th if we beat one of them. If we beat both, potentially 4th. That would be insane. But I think actually, I don't know if we're closer together. We won't get the maximum points. I don't think. I think actually we'd probably get like maybe 2 if we're close together. So let's say the swing movement is there for like +6 if possible, and then
+6. Think about that.
85, mate. To be honest with you, +6.
Yeah, but the fact is that the other teams play and Wales is gonna play, so Wales is gonna go up. Fiji maybe is gonna go up again, but still, if we do some, I don't really believe the ranking.
Yeah,
but yes, it's something that changed the perspective of what Italy can do.
Yeah. No. It's and also it's important now more than ever because we've shown after the last 2, 3, 4, how many other World Cups we're always put in with these monsters, and let's take it out of their hands. Let's put ourselves in a decent position and then just try and hold it. But yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, hey, listen, I'm not saying it will happen. I'm just, these are the permutations, right? Like if it were to happen, if the stars align and we get a bit of rub of the green, who knows what can happen? And if it does, it means obviously massive. The
idea is that we have to fight those 2 games, but just in general, because we have to keep on that line of work. We have to end properly this cycle experience. I think that is for me key. And then let's see next week how things are going, Mike, and then we're gonna see.
Stranger things happen at sea, my friend.
Always.
Robbie, take care.
Robbie's leaving, but I think everybody's leaving. 2 hours, 9 minutes that we've been
Oof.
live. So
Oof.
thanks everybody to have been with us. I hope you can watch if you didn't or listen Fratelli di Rugby, the last episode with Inside Italy special edition Rugby World Cup with Lorenzo Pani. He's been with us. We spoke in Italian and then we spoke in English. So that's everything for today. Mike, I think we're gonna see each other mercoledì.
Yep. Big game. Big game.
Let's see with the game with Italy, New Zealand, and then follow us everywhere. That's the only thing. But if you've been here with us, probably you already know us. Fratelli di Rugby podcast, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and everywhere else you want. Or in case, just text us and we can chat a little bit. Mike, good night.
Good night. Otto, buonanotte. It's midnight by you? 10 past midnight.
Oh, yeah. I have to go.
Buonanotte.
Buonanotte.
Buonanotte. Ciao, everyone. Ciao.
Ciao.